I think if I hear you call me Becky one more time, six-pack, I'm gonna pop your tops. All six of them.
Who are you?
This is Matt once again. We're about to another review, and this is another request for Lucas. Thank you so much for that. For those who pretty much anything, whether it be a review, topic of any sort, reaction of any sort, pretty much whatever, you'd request it either directly sending it to my PayPal or joining my Patreon. Both links are down below in the info box. If not, no worries, but if so, thank you. Now, this is for Scooby-Doo and the Cyber Chase. This is the fourth animated film when they I kind of want to say rebooted it, where Scooby-Doo on Zombie Island became a huge success, and then Warner Brothers said, we gotta make one pretty much every year, give or take. Because 99 you had Scooby-Doo and the Witch's Ghost, 2000 you had Scooby-Doo and the Alien Invaders, those reviews are up, and in 2001 you had this one. Now, the team that did it did these four films, and then there was a change, and then, I did not realize this, a few years later you had one called, I want to say Legend of the Vampire, and apparently has the original cast of the show. All of them. Casey Kasem comes back as Shaggy, Don Mazik as Scooby-Doo, he's passed away, so sadly that can't be the case, but apparently the original voice of Daphne and Velma came back for that. And then it made me wonder, well, why the fuck didn't you have them all come back in the first place in Zombie Island? I didn't mind Scooby-Doo on Zombie Island, but if you had the original voice cast available, again, other than Don Mazik, why the fuck didn't you do that? I mean, you would think, okay, we want to make this big. And they said it was a one-off. They did not plan that this was going to be a continuation of multitude of movies. The company, the group, the team said this was a one-off. So I don't understand why, like, you get to the next one, just finding out Legend of the Vampire, that had the original cast come back. Yeah, whatever. I don't know why. Casey Kasem, oh, he wants Shaggy to be a vegan. Then fucking do it. It wasn't that big of a deal. Oh, woo. You don't have Shaggy eating the crawfish. Wow, that really fucked up the story, huh? No. What about the voice of Daphne and Velma? Wonder why they didn't have them come back for Zombie Island or the others. Including this. But hey, what do I know? But hey, we get back to this Scooby-Doo and the Cyber Chase. This is one I didn't mind for what it was. Like I said in the others, the voice cast, they are what they are. I believe the voice of Daphne in the previous Zombie Island and Alien Invaders, I think sadly she passed away, so you have another voice actress as Daphne, and she did fine. The voice of Velma is there. Kind of my same thoughts as the previous three. Fred, same man who has done them throughout all these years. from way back in the 60s. So that's cool. Scott Ennis is Shaggy and Scooby. Scott Ines. Again, I'm doing these all sort of this before I've uploaded them, so I'm sure someone has corrected me on how to pronounce his name, but whatever. Him, maybe I'm getting a little bit more used to it by this point, but he's still no Casey Kasem, and he's still no Matthew Lillard, which would be later on after this. So I'm still on Scott Ennis, on Shaggy. As Scooby, again, it's there. One of those, I could deal with it. The supporting voice cast, there's nothing that recognizable compared to the others on the support status. Like in Zombie Island, you had Adrian Barbeau and Tara Strong and Cam Clark, Leonardo from the 80s Ninja Turtles cartoon. You had a Mark Hamill. Here, I don't recognize too many of the voices. I guess I didn't mind this because I thought it was a fairly fast-paced flick. It's only like an hour and change, not that long at all. And the setup wasn't too bad. Scooby and the gang, they go meet these students, these scientists. They're working on this video game based on themselves, where it's a video game that has about 10 levels, and with each level the goal is to find the Scooby snacks, and each level to find certain different type of monster or creature or event, which I thought was a missed opportunity. I thought you really could have delved into the history of Scooby-Doo and just find a lot of the monsters, which would make sense if you're making a video game. The only time they do it is the last level. You see a little bit of the creeper. Jeepers, it's the creeper. But the other levels, it is a missed opportunity. You could have had a lot of the monsters from the past variety of shows, even if you just want to go back to the Where Are You era. But I mean, it is what it is. They bring up this thing that a magnet hurts it, but then they forget about it for most of it. Otherwise there'd be no movie. And then Shaggy just conveniently remembers, oh yeah, I have this magnet that fucks up the bad guy. Good job, Shaggy. And pretty much they get beamed into the video game like Tron. It really is like Tron, like how Jeff Bridges got beamed into it. And there's this villain called the Phantom Virus. Looks like a walking, talking lightning bolt. That's pretty much what he looks like. And they go through each level. They go through a moon level. They go through a Roman Coliseum level. Dinosaur Land. The mystery in this sucks ass, because the villain, every time the villain opens his fucking mouth, it's a baseball pun. Now, the only type of baseball we saw was one of the scientists in this out-of-place scene where he's got a baseball cap on. He's like, hey, I'm working on a game. I'm working on a baseball game. And then they show his baseball game, and then Fred's like, I love baseball. Oh, you got good taste. And you know, this film is short enough as is. Why are you wasting time showing this guy's baseball game? Oh, every time the villain fucking says something, it's a baseball pun. Or not even pun. Let's play ball. How's this for a heavy hitter? There's even the last stage, he's at a fucking baseball batting cage. So, I wonder who the villain is. I wonder who programmed. I wonder what's causing all this ruckus. I fucking wonder. So like I said, it's pretty much just them going from point A to point B to point C. And there's even a montage when they're going through the other 6 or so levels. Underwater, one with giant bugs, almost like it was Honey, I Shrunk the Kids. one with a samurai and Daphne beats the shit out of him, one with a mummy, one with a dragon, and Shaggy, you think he's going to save the girl, but he saves the Scooby Snacks. One in the, I think it's the South Pole, one with a polar bear in it. And then they get to the last level and they see their virtual selves. I thought it was cool that the virtual selves looked like them from back in the day. So Fred with the ascot, Daphne with the old school clothes, and so forth. And even Shaggy, I thought it was kind of cool. They have him in the red shirt. Which, for those who don't remember, there was a time where Shaggy had a red shirt back in the day. With movies like Scooby-Doo and the Boo Brothers, Scooby-Doo and the Reluctant Werewolf. Like some of my favorite Scooby-Doo movies, Shaggy wore a red shirt. So I thought that was a cool callback. And like I said, during that last level, there's the Creeper. There's other villains that I didn't really recognize some of them. Like there's a guy, Ironhead or Iron Mask or Iron Face, whatever the hell, riding like 2 sharks or 2 crocodiles. I don't know who the fuck that guy was. But I think that's, like I said, a missed opportunity. You could have had a lot of other villains from the show of the past be brought into there. And the stuff that doesn't make sense, like in the dinosaur land, Scooby's trying to rescue this poor baby pterodactyl. See, my body even said that's bullshit. Does it burped? Because it's not fucking real. What you can, they've established that if you die here, you die for real, a la Nightmare on Elm Street or other movies. So you're risking your life for a pterodactyl, a baby pterodactyl that doesn't fucking exist. Scooby, you fucking idiot, you fucking moron. But because he does that, there is a Scooby stat nearby. So how lucky that is that? Yeah, you're lucky that Scooby was so fucking stupid that he's gonna rescue something that doesn't fucking exist. Because that baby pterodactyl is alive. It's not like it's time travel. If it was time travel, it makes sense why he's rescuing this poor baby pterodactyl. But it's a fucking digital. It's not real. But he does it anyway, and he gets rewarded. So there you go. Good deeds get rewarded, supposedly. Not in the real world, but in this world. So like I said, it's one of those films, it's harmless, it's fast-paced, it's short. If you're really into Scooby-Doo, I know there was a video game, I want to say for PS1, that was Scooby-Doo and the Cyber Chase. Which I wonder that's one of the reasons why they made this a video game type of movie, because they had a video game coming out of it as well. I don't know all the details for it. Apparently in the making of the film, like the team could do what they want with Zombie Island. Then they felt pressure on Witch's Ghost. Then they had autonomy. They were left the fuck alone for alien invaders, but here they were kind of pressured. I wonder if one of the pressures was this whole video game plot. It's like, what came first, the chicken or the egg? What came first, the video game, PS1, or this? I don't know for sure. But like I said, the virtual selves of them, that was an interesting idea. There's a plentiful amount of different creatures and monsters because you're dealing with so many levels. There's really nothing music-wise. Maybe during the montage, the music wasn't too bad. There's nothing. I would say in the other ones, the music was a little bit memorable, like some of the songs in Zombie Island, or even the Hex Girls and the Witch's Ghost. But at the same time, I mean, yeah, like I said, there's stuff that doesn't make sense, like them saying the poor baby pterodactyl ain't real, motherfuckers. Or the extremely obvious, I wonder who the villain is. Must be the guy who did 84 fucking baseball terminologies. I think dealing with 10 levels of a video game, and it's a video made on these guys, there's a lot of potential to really go through the history of the show. And I think it's a time waster. But like I said, that's the missed opportunity with this. Like, if you really want to go on this route where you have these guys go through a Scooby-Doo video game and you're going through 10 levels, you have one level where they have a costume change on themselves, like the old school, and they're going through one of their old mysteries, only to do stuff differently because they've had experience. So you think they're going through an old episode, but they're going left instead of right. They're going up instead of down. One episode, you deal with the Vincent Price type of character in 13 Ghosts Scooby-Doo. And one episode, you have to deal with maybe Scrappy-Doo. I think a good cool callback would be one with the Boo Brothers or the Reluctant Werewolf, which would be interesting because Daphne, Velma, and Fred were not there. So that'd be some fun interaction. Or one where they're back to a pup named Scooby-Doo form, but they have their adult voices and they have to figure out what to do next. Or one where they're dealing with the celebrities. So there's the Three Stooges, and there's Laurel and Hardy, and there's Don Knotts, and like, what the hell's going on? That could be a level. That'd be a fun level. Or incorporate a lot of the older villains. It's the 49er. It's all that stuff. But again, what do I know? I mean, you can't say they didn't have the rights to it. The same company has made the Scooby-Doo brand for all these years. Maybe not. I don't know. Maybe not. I would assume so. But yeah, maybe not. But no, anytime you look at Scooby-Doo stuff, it always says Warner Brothers, so... Hey, what do I know? With that said, it's a time waster, but I do think there's some missed opportunity because of the idea and the story. But at the same time with the movie, I think because it's short, because it's fast-paced, because you're in, you're out, there's nothing too aggravating about the viewing experience. The animation was fine. The voice acting was eh. So, the mystery portion sucked. Fucking obvious to Ray fucking Charles, who the villain was. But with that said, thanks for watching. Take care. We'll see you guys later. Bye-bye.